Today we're going to run through an exercise and show how blogging about your events can really help you rank on the search engine, Google, for terms that are relative to the venues that you're working at or even the towns that you work in. So we're going to go through this little exercise here and show you how easy it is to write up a couple sentences about your event, utilize ChatGPT to write your blog post for you, and then we're going to build out the blog. I'm going to use my own personal website as an example. We're going to show you how we're not ranking today. Today's date is the 3rd of February. It is 9:18 a.m. And if we take a look here on Google, we're going to do a search for my target, which is photo booth at Bala Cynwyd, or which is the town that we were at, or photo booth Cynwyd Club, which is the venue. So let's do these searches. Let's see if we rank at all. So photo booth Cynwyd Club, and let's see what shows up in Google. Now, my website doesn't rank, but because I do some social media postings, it's picking up my feed from Instagram, which is great. So I always recommend to do Instagram. However, if you take a look here, and also some of the images from my post are showing up from Instagram in the images section. But as you can see, you don't see my website here at all on the first page of Google. So what we're going to do is we're going to write this blog, we're going to post it, and we're going to see within 24 to 48 hours if this does in fact get us ranked on the first page for those terms that we talked about, which was photo booth Bala Cynwyd and then photo booth Cynwyd Club. So again, my service plus the town name, or my service plus the venue name. And two big reasons why we do that is because it shows local signals and helps you rank for those local terms. So for example, if someone were to type in photo booth near me and they were physically in the Bala Cynwyd area, then hopefully I would show up because I'm sending a local signal that I service Bala Cynwyd, and Google notices that assimilation and basically says, okay, well, you're also relative for photo booth near me. Or if there was somebody who booked an event at this venue and wanted a little bit of peace of mind that they would book a vendor that's familiar with that venue, so that there's peace of mind to know that the vendor coming in knows where to set up, is familiar with the staff at the venue, the parking, all those things. That shows that they have experience with that venue, then there's peace of mind. And that might actually help people choose you over somebody else who hasn't been to that venue before. So the first thing that we do is search. And as you can see, I don't rank at all for photo booth Cynwyd Club. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in Bala Cynwyd. Let's see if I rank for that. And you got your sponsored ads, so that doesn't count. There's the Google Maps sections. That doesn't count right now. We're going to take a look down, and no, currently I do not rank on the first page for either one of those two terms. So the first step that I do is I start going to my Word document, which you can see here. I've written a bunch of sentences, and it's just one sentence at a time about what happened that evening. I talk about the venue, I talk about the guests, I talk about the theme of the night, I talk about the DJ entertainment that was there, what that DJ entertainment did, and then we go into a little bit about the service that we provided and what it looked like, what experiences we provided, and what we did at the end of the night, and how guests also got pictures and how it was delivered to them. So just some little bit of information in sentence form, just went down the list, almost like a bulleted list of things, factual things that happened. So the next thing I did was I copied all of this information and I paste that into ChatGPT, which I believe is over here. So we're going to go to ChatGPT. All right. Now I've done this a few times already, but for the sake of speeding this up, we're going to go ahead and go to a example of what we did. So essentially, I give a prompt to ChatGPT to tell it and ask it to write this information for me by first giving it some prompts. And as you can see here, the first thing that I actually asked for is for them to write a blog post up to 450 words. And this is very important, in the first person format with a casual style. Can you help me? ChatGPT says, of course. What topic would you like the blog post to cover? If you share a few details, I can tailor the content to your needs. So essentially, I pasted this information from my blog sheet here, my information, all the sentences that I wrote down, and I went to ChatGPT and I pasted that in earlier. And so it read all the information that I provided it and then proceeded to write out the blog post for me. It says, here's a draft of your blog post with a casual first person tone. So as you can see, it pretty much highlighted everything I did with a nice format. I did read this and I love it. So I'm going to use this. So essentially what I do is I copied and pasted that into another Word document so I could reread it and just double check the spellings, etc. So that's good. Now we've got that information. The next step that I'm going to do is create my blog. So I'm going to go over to my website and let's find my platform. I use Duda. You may use Squarespace. You may use Wix. You may use WordPress or Brandeo or some other various online platforms for your website, but I personally use Duda. I've been using it a long time. I trust its stability, and there's a lot of great features in it. So let's see if I'm in the website here. I do manage a few other websites. Make sure I'm in the right account. And let's see here. We are. So I'm going to go to my website. And I have tons of blogs on my website that this has worked for in the past. So I'm just going to duplicate one of my existing blog posts and then put that information in there. Now, it's not just text that really helps with the blogs. You also have to put in some images too, because Google likes to see a balance between text and images. So I try to give it like a 50-50 kind of feel of blog, like text to blog images for SEO purposes. So I have this one here, and I'm going to see if we can duplicate this one. Now my browser is a little slow with this. So, okay, so we're going to duplicate this. Now, what's very important is the post title of your blog. The title is the first thing that Google looks at and utilizes to rank you on Google. It's the aboutness of your page that should be in the title and also what you're targeting to rank for. So my target is really photo booth and the venue and the city name, right? So I'm just going to go photo booth at the Kinwood Club in Bala, Kinwood. And I'm going to put mitzvah, right? Because I want to target those who also are looking for bat or bar mitzvah photo booth services. So mitzvah photo booth at the Kinwood Club in Bala Kinwood. And I'm going to put PA just because I like to do that. So as you can see, these are the kind of terms that I want to rank for. The next is I'm going to replace the image with another image that I actually took at the event. So we're going to upload an image. So I think I have something on my desktop that might help. If not, I'll have to download from my SmugMug, which is where I store all of my pictures. And I don't believe I have something here. So we're going to go ahead and download from my gallery. And we're going to pick just some nice pictures from the event. So here we have, this is the event we did. It was Emily in Paris was the theme. It was a beautiful evening. I try not to use too many kids in pictures just because, you know, I don't want to have that on the internet. So I choose the adults. So there's a couple there. There's one that's nice there. Let's do, this is a nice one. And there are a couple other fun photos we took in the night of some of the adults there. Let's just see here. One with someone was eating some watermelon. There's one. And here's a great one with a boombox. And let's pick one more just to be fun. Here's a nice, that's a nice goofy photo. That's always wonderful. So we're going to pick those and we're going to go back to and upload all those images. Now you can always change these later on. It's not set in stone, the images that you choose that are in the blog. So I'm just going to highlight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like this one with the watermelon. So when these upload, I'm going to use that watermelon as my featured image. So we're going to wait for that to happen. Already done. And that's the one I'm going to select. All right, so now we have a unique title, a unique image. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start our blog. Now, again, this is a previously written blog, so I'm going to fill in these sections with my new stuff, right? So the first one's this image here. I really like that watermelon picture. So we're going to go here, hit select, okay? Now, also important is not just putting the image, but also really I should have named that file something more relevant. That Google does also read that, but we're going to leave that as is just to see if that we do believe that, you know, with a numerical naming convention for the photo, if that's really going to affect anything. But really important is this alt text. Alt text is something that Google uses to also rank the images as part of the blog post and can help you rank that blog post in itself. As you can see, it's descriptive. So I want to keep descriptions as close as possible to that theme of mitzvah, photo booth, Bala Kinwood, and Kinwood Club. So that way Google's, you know, understanding that that's what this article is about. And every photo that you put onto the blog, you have to name differently. Google wants to see different naming conventions for all of the images as well as text on your website. So we're going to make each one of these different. I'm going to name this one photo booth, Bala Kinwood, and just leave it at that. And let's go and add some text. So we're going to go back to our Word document, which is over here, where I pasted everything out. And this title I'm not going to use, but I'm going to use this add more text here. We're going to go back into this blog. We're going to enter that in there. I want to format that like the rest of the blog. 24, that looks good. I like to have a little bit of space in between paragraphs. All right. Next one, we are going to take this section here. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and copy that. All right, I'm going to paste that in there. You're going to format to the right font size. All right, let's find another section. Now, this one's a big section, so we're going to pretty much put the rest in there. Unique photo booth experience, all this stuff. And you can format this any way you want. I just try to break it up a little bit so that way it's a better reading experience for everybody. So we're going to go like this. And we're going to put a space there. We're going to put a space there. We are going to, there's a space there I don't like, so I'm going to put that there. I guess that's what's going to happen. So we'll fix that later. But let's make sure that all this text is the right size. Okay. So now we got a nice little blog here. Let's see if we can go change that line height. I think that's what it is. Single. That's it right there. We had to change the line height. Okay, now let's go change our images. So we've got all our text in there. So we've got that one changed. This one here, we're going to pick another picture. Now I don't have anything that's relative to that text there, but again, this is just for demonstration purposes. So let's put in this great picture. And we're going to go change the title or the alt tag to mitzvah photo booth at the Kinwood Club. Okay, spell that right. And then I'm going to put in a few more images. We're going to take 3 more. I'll replace all of these with the remaining 3. So select that one, and we're going to select that one. Done. Okay. And now if you just take a look here, we can see that we've got these 3 images. I don't like how they're kind of like all smushed together, so I'm going to format that in the design. And you go down to images, And we're going to put a little bit of space in between each photo so it looks nice. Okay. Go back to content, and we need to add in alt tags. So we're going to go with an alt tag here that says, let's go swing photo booth at Bat Mitzvah in Bala Cynwyd, right? Just randomizing our alt tags, just mixing it up a little bit. This one we're going to go family photo in photo booth in Bala Cynwyd. And you don't have to title, you don't have to make it a capital letter on each word. It doesn't really matter. Next one, we're going to go Bat Mitzvah photo booth in Bala Cynwyd, PA. So all these are different. Okay, so now we have written our blog. We've got a good title there. We're going to make sure this is right. At the Cynwyd Club. All right, so we've got a second title there. So that's your H1, also your title, which Google is going to read first. You've got a second one there. You got some content about it, and you've got some pictures. At the bottom is a call to action. And we want to do one more thing. It's good to show external links. So we're going to find Cynwyd Club, find their website, and I like to link to the venue just to show that there's an outgoing link, an outgoing local link, more importantly. And we're going to highlight this whole part here, the venue name and the city name. We are going to select that. All right, that looks good. All right, and now we are going to publish this post. And I'm going to hit done. All right, we're going to wait here, and we're going to republish the site so it goes up. It's republishing now. That's done. I'm going to go to my website, and as you can see down here at the bottom, that blog is not there yet. I'm going to refresh the page, and that blog should show up there. Okay. One other thing that you want to make sure that you're doing, if at all possible with your website, is have a little section on your homepage that highlights the most recent blogs. Reason being is because Google typically crawls your homepage first. So this helps speed up the process of getting your blog ranked. Google will come in, it will notice this at the bottom, and then it will also later on through the process of crawling your website go through the blog too. So you have two areas where they can find that blog. A great example of how that works and how you can have your homepage and the blog page rank. I'll show you an example here. So if we go photo booth, Elstow Manor, which is another blog that I did, I should be ranking on the first page for 2, and there it is. I rank on the first page for the actual blog itself, which you can see it actually timestamped it, and then also another page on my website, which it found. Sometimes I even rank 3 times. Let's see, I got 2. All right, so just twice with this blog post. So now we're going to let sit and wait. We're going to come back in about, I don't know, 9 hours from now and do a look. And then if that doesn't rank, I'll come back tomorrow and then the next day. And we're actually going to see if this works. So that's pretty much it. And I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, I'm back. And it is 5:21 on February 3rd. And guess what? In 8 hours since posting that blog, what we just showed you just moments ago, we're on the first page of Google. 8 hours. It's pretty huge. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to share my screen and show you the search. Remember, we were looking for photo booth and the city name, or photo booth and the venue. Again, we're targeting cities because that helps with the near me. And when people are in that town and they're looking, hopefully they'll show up. Or if a guest or a client is booked that venue and wants peace of mind to book vendors who are familiar with that venue, this can come in really handy. So let's do it. Let's show you the proof in the pudding here. So photo booth, we'll do the venue first. And there it is. As you can see, 4 hours ago. Now, what I'm assuming is that's when Google actually crawled it. So it crawled about 4 hours ago. I'm not sitting here searching for myself all day, but that's pretty darn good. #1 position for photo booth and the venue. And now let's try just the city name. All right, sponsored ads, lots of sponsored ads going on right now. That's Google Ads. Scrolling down, we got the maps, and there it is. I'm on the first page of Google 4 hours ago. There's that blog that we wrote earlier and posted together right here. So folks, it's pretty simple. You just got to know what to do and how to do it. So feel free to rewind and watch this video a few times. I will be in Las Vegas at the Photo Booth Expo with Roll Up Ads. We have a booth. It's just a few down from Danny Max and a couple over from JYS Props. And right across the road from Sketchbots and Picture Mosaics. So stop by. We can chat about how we can help you do this exact same thing, or if we need some Google Ads help or website help, just stop by and say hello. See you guys in just a couple weeks.